A manager checks in with his ball club.
From the oldest park in baseball, MLB The Show comes your way from Fenway Park in Boston. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox. Both Sox attempt to break out the brooms in this three-game series right after this. Rick Porcello gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this guy has really good stuff. And when he's commanding his off-speed pitches like he was in his last one, he threw the ball really well, picking up the win and allowing only 2 runs. If he brings... He's out.
Coming to the plate now, Xander Bogaerts. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Red Sox, the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
Here comes the first pitch. Fastball in there for a called strike. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, you can't win when you're giving up that many runs. The pitcher was missing over the heart of the plate, not executing down and away, not brushing back anybody, making anyone feel uncomfortable. Guys were taking huge hacks off him. And to boot, the defense was on its heels.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. With that, here's how the hometown Red Sox line up in this one. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Well, one thing's for sure, they love what Mookie Betts brings to their offense. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
Digging in, Dustin Pedroia, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he lays off there 1-0.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
1 out, nobody on. And Pedroia swings through that one as he's set down on strikes for the second out.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a ball pulled hard but fouled off to the left. The windup and the 0-1. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2.
Hey, 2 down here.
And a slider swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Red Sox. Still no score. Here's Mookie Betts. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting nine for this one.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
First delivery to him on the way. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. Well, today's game provides the Red Sox with the chance to complete a series sweep, guys.
You know, and it's not an easy thing to complete a sweep, particularly in this day and age where the games and the teams are so competitive. So a sweep at home would be extra special.
The Red Sox do, of course, trail by a couple of runs already, so they're going to have to work from behind to earn the sweep.
Sweeps aren't easy to do at this level, particularly with the competition being so stiff. They're down a couple of runs early, but there's a lot of baseball left, and the way they're playing right now, this game's far from over.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's take a look at catcher Wellington Castillo, putting the digits down, massaging this pitching staff through the game, and one of the above-average arms when guys try to steal on him.
Here's Steve Pearce now. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1.
So far, this has been a very good outing for this guy. Listen, he doesn't have the best stuff, but what he needs to do, and he's doing it right now, throwing strikes early, trying to initiate a lot of contact. The more pitches that the hitters see off this guy, the better chance they have to go ahead and square something up. So he needs to continue to attack early and get some quick outs, attack the strike zone on the first and second pitch.
Batting sixth.
Here's Jackie Bradley now. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Junior.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Sanderson, a native Texan. He was a 16th round selection back in the draft of 2019.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
And Bradley swings and misses at that offering, and he's deep in the hole, 0-2. And he chased it in the dirt. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. We'll go now to the top of the third. It's the White Sox 2 and the Red Sox nothing. Here's Brock Holt now, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
The third baseman, Brock Holt.
First pitch on its way. Fastball on the first pitch, and it's taken for strike one. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
I mean, these guys look more like lumberjacks than professional hitters right now. They're hacking at everything.
And a swing and a miss as he picks up yet another strikeout. 6 of them already, and there's one gone in the inning.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat, and what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
Into the box now, Blake Swihart.
The catcher.
As he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike one. He'll come into play at 317. No home runs as of yet, 13 RBIs. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Boy, this guy has really good stuff so far in this one. How about 7 Ks, and we're just in the middle innings of this one. If he continues this up, this could be a real solid performance.
Now batting, Tony Renda. His guys still looking at a 0 in the hit column. First pitch of the at-bat. Not even close on that swing. No balls and a strike.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Hey, 2 outs.
The windup and the 0-1. Bounce first. Fielded by Abreu, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 2-0. Here's Xander Bogaerts now. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
2 balls and no strikes for Bogaerts.
That's a good approach when you're facing a young arm you might not be too familiar with. Take a look at a few and see what he's got. Now he's got himself ahead in the count.
Fouled off. A 2-1 pitch, a circle change taken for a called strike 2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right, but what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
The batter, number 50.
Here's the second baseman now, Dustin Pedroia. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. And here's one that misses to Pedroia, and the count evens at 1-1.
Here we go now.
Red Sox still looking for their first hit here. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Hey, we got one.
Fouled away. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Now batting.
Here's J.D. Martinez.
J.D.
As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he'll be able to finish this one.
Popped him up. Abreu on the move, but it's the pitcher that makes the play. And the inning is over. Down in order go the Red Sox. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. No balls and a strike to count. Here's the 0-1. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, come on now.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Slider laid off for a ball.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in the outfielder who's played for every AL Eastern Division club in his career, Steve Pearce. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul.
No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Now at the plate, Jackie Bradley Jr. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
2 outs here. 2 outs.
Now the 0-1. Fastball's fouled off to the left, and he falls behind now 0-2.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change. He had to be sitting off speed right there.
And it's fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Another one sent foul. The 0-2 once more is a ball high and inside. Bounced softly in front of the plate. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. At the plate, Brock Holt. He'll get things started here in the second half of the 6th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
I know it goes without saying, but the best pitch in baseball is getting ahead with a first pitch strike. That's why this guy's been able to stay in this game, pounding the zone.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Blake Swihart. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. Looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Swihart, a native Texan. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level.
Plays it first.
Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Good heater to strike him out there, and he looks absolutely locked in to start this inning. That's back-to-back punch-outs on only 6 pitches.
Tony Renda steps into the box. As the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And he lays off for ball 1.
Didn't catch the corner there, but you could see he was trying to jam him with that running action on that 2-seam fastball.
Hey, now we've got 2.
That nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Taken, strike 2 called, and it's even at 2-2.
Come on, guys.
The 2-2 one more time. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And he struck him out, so it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. 3 up, 3 down for the 6th consecutive inning here. We're through 6 full. It's the White Sox 5 and the Red Sox nothing. So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Xander Bogaerts. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
A little tardy there. No balls and a strike.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one. And this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
Up next for the Red Sox, the second baseman, Dustin.
In now, Dustin Pedroia. As he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Hey, we got one here.
And the pitch. And a swing and a miss that time by Pedroia as he finds himself in an 0-2 hole now.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped ahead in the count right here. Looks like he could stay in this game a while longer.
Got him. So that's the 2nd out of the inning, and he's 7 outs away now.
Wow, talk about mowing him down. How about 2 strikeouts on 6 pitches? He isn't messing around, and these last 2 batters have had no answer for what he's throwing up there.
Now batting,
standing in, J.D. Martinez. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Foul tip into the catcher's glove at strike 1.
0-1.
No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point.
And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. More matinee baseball here on a Wednesday afternoon following this. So here's the cleanup hitter, Mookie Betts. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. Geyer coming on. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. In now, Steve Pearce. He's grounded out and struck out in his 2 trips to the plate. First offering on its way. And that's by him. It's 0-1.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Hey, come on now. Here we go.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. There's ball 2 as the slider dips below the zone. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
The 3-2 one more time. Fouled off. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
We're getting into the nitty-gritty. That's the second out of the 8th inning, and the pitcher needs only 4 more outs for a no-hitter.
Ready for another shot now. Jackie Bradley Jr. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Bradley Jr.
Here comes the first pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
It goes to show you you'll take location over velocity any day. That pitch didn't light up the radar gun, but you can't do anything with that as a batter when it's executed in such a good spot.
Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now. Down in order go the Red Sox. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. So coming to the plate, Brock Holt starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point, but these guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
No outs here.
And he'll step
right,
off.
Here we go now.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
Objective number 1 right here is finding a way to get on base. So I'm not surprised to see him taking on the first pitch there.
The 0-1. Swung on and missed. That's strike 2. Ready with another 2-strike offering. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Pretty standard fastball right there, 0-2. Now he's changed the eye level of the batter so he can start working something in like an off-speed curveball down in the zone.
And another foul ball. Got him for an even 20 strikeouts now thus far, as he's just been flat unhittable.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Now batting, the catcher, Blake.
Into the box, Blake Swihart. Fouled away. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. The 0-1. Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone. 1 out, nobody on.
Hey, let's get him right here. You got it.
Ready with another 2-strike offering. Strike 3. So now he's 1 out away from perfection.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Now batting, number
Standing
43.
in now, Tony Renda. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. No hits to this point. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Hey,
Last strike now for the Red Sox. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Swing and a miss. He's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Well, you don't have to look too far to find our tops player of the game. I'd say anytime you throw a perfect game, you'd be a pretty strong candidate.
Yeah, no need to offer any debate this time. All you have to do is look at the box score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. We talked about his brilliance all game long, and you can bet he's going to celebrate this one tonight.
Our final line score this
Time for baseball now on a Wednesday night in the windy city of Chicago. Tonight, the second of 3 to start the week between the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago White Sox. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Richard Sanderson is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Southsiders. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, coming off his last start where he threw a no-hitter. Let's see how he backs that one up. How long will this no-hit bid continue?
Josh Harrison stands in, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
Here we
Josh
go.
Harrison.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he fouls this one off. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. With that, let's get you a look at the starting 9 for the Tigers. How do they go about taking down their division rival, Mark DeRosa?
Yeah, Matty, this lineup has struggled to score runs the last couple games. Last 3 to 4 games to be exact. They're going to have to manufacture it in a different way. Can't wait for that 2-3 run homer. They're going to have to get guys on base, put the defense on their heels a little bit, maybe a little hit and run, maybe a little old school baseball.
Batting second, the shortstop, Jordy.
A ball and no strikes.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
The 1-0 home. And it's fouled away.
Where's that one now?
Circle change here, but it's taken for ball 2. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the outer edge, I'm okay with that.
The 2-2 one more time. Freezes him, a strikeout looking.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
Miguel Cabrera.
Plays it one now, easy out.
First pitch on its way. Hit soft ground to first. To his left, Abreu. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. Tigers nothing, White Sox coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. So striding forward now, Nicholas Castellanos. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Castellanos, a 27-year-old, he was selected in the first round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Fouled off. And a step off.
Let's go right here.
Again, a 1-2. Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
Batting fifth, the designated hitter.
Digging into the batter's box next is John Hicks. First pitch on its way. And that swung on and missed for strike one.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Next for the Tigers, Kristen Stewart. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive.
Number 14.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Digging in, Mikey Matuk, as we are all set to begin the third inning in this one.
Mikey.
Here's the first pitch to him. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. Now at the plate, Grayson Grenier, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. On a grade school swing there, it's 1-1.
Hey, this offense is going to have to change their mindset. If they're going to get swing and misses on that slider, you know he's going to go to that well. They are going to have to be willing to take the ball the other way and stay back on that heater, or they are not going to recognize that pitch.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
The next batter, Jeimer Candelario. And there you see the numbers over his last 8 contests. He's really been leading the charge for this team.
Hey, come on now. Here we go.
First offering on its way. That one catches the edge of the zone, called a strike. Candelario makes a lot of great contact against left-handed pitching, perhaps one of the best in the game in that regard, but he does have his warts against right-handers at times. Just not as proficient at putting the ball in play when it's coming from that side.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
Third inning, no score to this point.
2 down.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. We'll head now to the home half of inning number 3, and we are tied 0-0.
Welcome back. As the White Sox look to get the offense going in the third, this is a lineup that has had its struggles this season. Entering the day, they rank near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. Now, one coach told me that despite...
So it's back to the top of the order now, and the ever-versatile Josh Harrison digs in.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Boy, it's been a rough go through these middle innings so far. This offense right now really doesn't have an answer for anything that he's throwing. He's attacking up, down, in, and out in the strike zone. He's been awfully dominant up to this point.
Stepping into the box, Jordy Mercer, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, always frustrating to go down looking. Everybody does it, though. You'll have a few ABs where you get completely fooled. Look for him to be on the attack early in this at-bat.
The 0-2 home. Fouled away.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
No runs, no hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ballgame for him.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Up next for the Tigers, the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera.
The first baseman, Miguel Cabrera, stands in. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And he fouls this one off.
Got 2.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Back now with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Nicolas Castellanos to start out the inning. Here comes the first pitch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1.
Well, that two-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Strike taken as the curveball drops into the bottom part of the zone.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher right there, stealing a strike with that get-me-over breaking ball, and now he can get a little nastier with it in the dirt.
And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Next to the plate for the Tigers, the DH, John Hicks, 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Well behind that fastball, it's a swinging strike.
No runs, no hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers.
That's strike 2 on a well-placed changeup around the knees.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
So he sets him down swinging. John Hicks goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Up next steps Kristen Stewart. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. First pitch cutter that's by him for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the mound at the end of the inning, looks like he stepped in a big old bucket of sassy.
All right, come on now.
Here's another 0-2. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Halfway home, still no score. So digging in now, Mikey Matuk, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
No outs here.
And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Stepping in now, Grayson Greenier, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Here we go, guys. Let's go.
Now batting, the third baseman.
In now, Jeimer Candelario. He swings and grounds it to short. Sanchez is up with it. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it, the side is retired. Down in order go the Tigers, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Josh Harrison. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. And he'll indeed make the play in foul territory for the first out. Ready once again, Jordy Mercer. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, big-time K last time up, and it's been a tough series for him so far. You can tell he's just not seeing the ball off this team. Let's see if he can make an adjustment right here.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed. He got him. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his 3rd tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
Now batting, the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera.
Into the box, Miguel Cabrera. As he'll go after a curveball out of the zone to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
2 down now. Okay, come on now.
The windup and the 0-1. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
Now he'll step off. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. And it's fouled away.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there.
And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. We are still scoreless. Now at the plate, Nicholas Castellanos. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
We're moving right along into this one as we head into the late innings. Listen, if you want to score, you got to have to bunch some hits together, and they haven't been able to do that so far. So hopefully this leadoff guy, this will be the right guy at the right spot to get something going.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Come on, fellas, let's go.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
Yet another strikeout for him on the mound. And fellas, this has been one of his favorite victims tonight. That's the 3rd time he's sent him packing. So he's got him pretty well figured out. Not that the rest of this lineup has been much better.
Up next for the Tigers, the designated hitter.
Into the box now, John Hicks. As he will swing and miss at a breaking pitch on the outer half, it's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
All right, here we go now.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. One out, nobody on. Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
The batter, number 14.
Standing in now, Kristen Stewart. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike 2.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
2 outs here.
The 0-2 home. Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now. 24 have been set down. 3 left to go. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. Settling in now, Mikey Mata. And his guys need him to get things started here in the top half of the 9th. First pitch on its way. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Behind 0-2 now. Now the 0-2 pitch. got him for an even 20 strikeouts now thus far, as he's just been flat unhittable.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Hey, we got one.
The batter, the catcher, Grayson Griner.
In now, Grayson Grenier. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
Place it first now.
The 0-1. Fouled off. Now the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Bases are empty, one man out. Fouled away. One and two to the Tigers catcher. Now the 1-2 pitch. Strike three. So now he's 1 out away from perfection.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Now
into the box, Jeimer Candelario. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. No hits to this point.
Hey, 2 out.
Good pitch as this is swung on and missed, and now they're down to perhaps their final strike of the evening.
He's one pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs, I can't tell you what that means to the boys in the dugout.
Swing and a miss. He's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Well, we've talked about his dominance all throughout the game, and he ended up finishing what he started. A complete game shutout. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, no need to offer any debate this time. All you have to do is look at the box score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. We talked about his brilliance all game long, and you can bet he's going to celebrate this one tonight.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious White Sox, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 41 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight.
player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
It's time for baseball in the Bay Area as we welcome you to the Oakland Coliseum. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Chicago White Sox and the Oakland A's. A's baseball starts right now. Marco Estrada gets the ball for Oakland in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage.
Here's Robbie Grossman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Athletic, the designated hitter, Robbie Grossman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he fouls this one off. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, they started yesterday off on the right foot. If they can put together 2 games in a row, a lot of positive vibes start happening. You never know. This could be a jump start to big things.
Mancini comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1. Time now for a glance at Bob Melvin's A's starting lineup. Danny, who stands out to you?
Well, Matty, how about Stephen Piscotty? He's having a really nice season, hitting over 300 coming into this one. And we all know that that's the magic number. When you hit over 300 for a season, you've got plenty to be proud of. Now we'll see if he can keep it up over the rest of the year.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And digging in now, Ramon Laureano. In there for strike 1, 0-1. And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, the book on Kenny Jansen, D-Road, not a very big zone, but he will give you that low pitch below the knees.
Yeah, and he's consistent. You're okay with that as an offensive player. He wants to give that pitch below the knees. If this pitcher can execute consistently, you better make the adjustment. Sometimes you just can't overthink it. If a guy can't hit a certain pitch in a certain quadrant, why would you throw him anything else? Case in point, this guy's cold zone is away, and this pitcher keeps attacking that exact spot.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Ramon Laureano becomes the second out of the bottom of the first.
Batting third,
outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. And that misses ball 1. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike.
Man, you don't see this in today's game that much. A guy who's willing to work east-west consistently with a great cutter two-seamer combo.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 is taken high above the zone. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. A's are gone in order. Still no score. Here's Chris Davis now.
The Athletics, the left fielder, Chris Davis.
First offering on its way. Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
Some guys are great low ball hitters, but most guys, especially guys with pop like this, they're hunting for the ball belt high and above. So that was a nicely spotted fastball down in the zone.
Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Chopper foul. The next 0-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Jose Abreu. We know the bat plays, the ability to drive the ball out opposite field, no problem. But I don't think people realize how soft this guy's hands are at first base, constantly bailing his other infielders out.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Here's the first pitch to him. And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Hey, come on now.
So that's 2 pitches in a row above the belt. As a hitter, that's what you're looking for, especially when it's a day game and the ball is carrying. That just wasn't a good enough pitch to hit.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
Batting 6, the shortstop, Marcus Semien.
Into the box now, Marcus Semien. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250, a dozen home runs, and the RBI count at 35. High chopper to third. Moncada gloves it. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. We'll move to the third with no score. Striding in for Oakland, Chad Pinder. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Hit on the ground out to short. Sanchez is there, and a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. And look there at the standings from the AL Central as you see where the White Sox find themselves coming into today's action.
Batting 8.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And it's fouled away.
Come on, fellas, let's go.
The windup and the 0-1. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. A's still looking for that elusive first hit of the ball game. And this is swung on and missed, his 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
Well, he's really locked in at this point in the game on the bump. So far this inning, 4 pitches and 2 outs. Got the first guy on 1 pitch, and then absolutely dominates this at bat with a 3-pitch strikeout.
Batting 9, the catcher.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the catcher, Josh Phegley. Taken, but that catches the inside part of the plate. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Hey, from an offensive standpoint, you better get it ready. This guy is not.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. A's are gone in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Standing in, Robbie Grossman. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Robbie Grossman.
Here comes the first pitch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
You can tell this offense is getting frustrated, but this might be one you have to shower off. When a guy's locating like this, fastball at the knees and to both corners, it's going to be tough for them to do anything with it.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Boy, he's got great stuff today, doesn't he? That's 7 punch-outs now here in the middle innings. He's up over 1 inning up to this point. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can change their plan of attack and start to put the ball in play. But right now, that's just not happening.
Now batting, number 22.
First pitch coming. Here it is. In there, strike one.
Hey, here we go now.
He just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. It seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Pretty impressive back-to-back strikeouts to start the inning. What's even more important is now he gets to face the middle of the order without anybody on base for them to drive in.
Now batting, right fielder, Steven.
Standing in now, Stephen Piscotty. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. A ball and 2 strikes now.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. Through 4, still tied, 0-0. Now in the box, Chris Davis. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Chris Davis.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, come on now, let's go.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games. So this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
The batter.
So the base is empty here with 1 away. And that brings in the big power hitting first baseman, Matt Olson. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
No runs, no hits, and 1 error on the Oakland line score.
Hey, put him away. Give him your best stuff. Here we go.
Fastball just misses. That's ball 1.
Wow, that's a tough pitch to take. 0-2 fastball just off the corner. And I mean just off the corner.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Stepping into the box, Marcus Semien. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Just a tick behind for a strike.
Hey, he's rolling so far in this one as we head into the middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. A's are gone in order. 6th inning coming up. Still zip, zip. And that brings up Chad Pinder. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
And that finds the target. 0-2 now.
Don't just assume as a hitter right here he won't triple up. He's got you down 0-2, and he might really want to get inside your head if he throws the same pitch again.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's popped up. Sanchez is there. 1 down. Here's Jurickson Profar. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Jurickson Profar.
First pitch of the at bat on its way. Fouled off.
No runs, no hits, and 1 error on the Oakland line score.
Hey, one away, one away.
And he'll step off. Pitch on the way. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
Now batting, catcher, Josh.
In now, Josh Phegley. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Here we go now.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I gotta say, his command of the corners in this start has been pretty exceptional. He's mixed east and west really well, and it's a big reason why he's had success.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he struck him out. So it might be time to begin the countdown as he's now gone through 6 innings without allowing a base hit. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. They trail things here 2-0. So the Oakland lineup turns over, and to the plate, Robbie Grossman. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Textbook pitching performance so far in this one as we move into the later innings. First pitch strikes, how about over 90%? That's about as good as it gets.
Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2.
Got no one out now.
And he strikes him out here. So that's out number 1 here in the 7th as he continues to keep him out of the hit column. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th. And with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. Coming to the plate now, Ramon Laureano. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Way late on the fastball for strike 1.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. So 2 are gone now in the Oakland half of the 7th. And up next, the outfielder Stephen Piscotty.
Stephen Piscotty.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he's in the hole 0-2 now.
This is what every pitcher likes to have. Another 0-2 count really puts the hitters on the defensive side.
And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. A's are gone in order. They trail it here 3-0. So here's the Oakland cleanup batter, Chris Davis. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Davis hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off at the page, but this guy can help a roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager on a daily basis.
And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Up next for Oakland, the first baseman, Matt Olson.
Into the box, Matt Olson. As he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. 0-for-2 from him so far in this one.
We got one here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Struck him out. 18 strikeouts for him now.
Well, a huge out number 2 here in the 8th. 4 outs remain, but the finish line is starting to come into focus now.
Ready now, Marcus Semien. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, that's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on, and then who knows what could happen.
On its way is pitch number 75. And he is cruising now. It's 0-2.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
2 outs here.
Strike 3. 19 strikeouts for him now. So add one more name to the record book here as he strikes out the side on 9 pitches. More from the... Now at the plate, Chad Pinder, 0-for-2 on the afternoon so far.
The third baseman, Chad Pinder.
First delivery to him on the way. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Swings through it for strike number 2.
Nobody gone now.
Ready with another 2-strike offering. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Love the execution of that changeup, but hats off to the guy at the plate right now. That's a great take in this situation. Maybe bought himself a fastball.
Got him for an even 20 strikeouts now thus far, as he's just been flat unhittable. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Stepping in now, Jurickson Profar.
The second baseman.
As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike 1. 0-for-2 for him to this point.
Hey, we got one out here.
The 0-1. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. And he fouls this one off.
He was able to foul that one off, but you could tell he was definitely late. That breaking ball, the pitch before that heater right there, definitely threw his timing off.
Strike 3. So now he's 1 out away from perfection.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one, and this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
Standing in now, Josh Phegley.
The catcher.
Swing and a ground ball. This could do it. Throw in time. He's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no need to offer any debate this time. All you have to do is look at the box score. No hits, no walks, not even a base runner. We talked about his brilliance all game long, and you can bet he's going to celebrate this one tonight.
Our final line score this afternoon.
Guys, I'm baseballed out. I think I'm done for the night. I appreciate the views. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm just going to keep building this guy. I'm not going to bring over any of my 99s. We're just going to keep working on this little 60-something guy, because clearly he can get it done. These pitches seem to work the same this year as they did last year, and I'm happy about that. It's a Hugh Darvish build. If anybody's wondering, like, what the hell, like, how's he doing that? It's the Hugh Darvish build. Like, you know, it's a video game with Hugh Darvish. Like, how could you lose? Like, up, down, left, right. That's all it is. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and that's going to do it for me tonight. Sandman out.